Hey everybody, Dave Pylon with Pylon Arts and Entertainment. Thanks for joining me. So for the past few years, I've been really into trying to get into self-help, personal development, health and fitness, stuff like that. There's a bunch of different products and services that are out there, and I'm basically one of those people who's easily swayed by advertisement. So I see, it comes up in my Facebook feed or whatever, and then I go click and buy it. So I've tried a bunch of the different ones, and I basically thought it would be a good idea just to give some reviews as far as what worked and what hasn't. So I'll go ahead and start off with some app reviews. So one of the things that I tried out was looking for good software for habit tracking and journaling. I tried several different ones and pull up here on my history of stuff that I installed. And honestly, I don't even remember all of them because there's so many different options out there, and like a lot of them just did not leave that good of an impression on me, honestly. So we've got to do list, task and reminders. That was one. Um, Let me see here what else we got. So I remember one. It was kind of interesting. I ended up not using it. Was an RPG one. Here's another one. Goal tracker and habit list and workout calendar free. I don't really remember that one honestly. So I downloaded it and like instantly deleted it. Here's the one I was looking for was Do It Now RPG to do list habit tracker and planner. That one was actually pretty interesting. I did not keep with it. It didn't serve my personal goals that well, but it was different from most of the others just because basically it made it like your life is a video game and you're the main character. Uh, only trouble I had with it didn't seem very intuitive to me. You had to figure out a lot of how to program everything for yourself. Basically, um, you would set like goals and you would say, well, you would set like stats. Say like my stat is knowledge, and you would set like a goal or a task that'd be like read a book, and then your knowledge stat would go up once you completed that, stuff like that. Or it would be like health and fitness, and your health and fitness stats would go up when you were working out and healthy, or they'd go down if you weren't meeting it, and so on and so forth. Uh, so that could work for some people. Um, it was not the best one for me to use. It had some uh, drawbacks on there as far as basically you had a free version and then you had to pay for a version, and free version seemed very limited. Was I think the main issue, if I'm remembering correctly. If you wanted to do like really unlock what you could be doing with it, you basically had to pay for it. Yeah, goal tracker and habit list and workout calendar. I just looked at that one earlier. Uh, so the one I actually ended up finally using that worked the best. I don't have it on my phone right now, but I did for the longest and used it most frequently was Habit Now, daily routine habits and to-do list. The reason that one worked the best is because it had also as well both a free version and a paid for version. But the free version had so much included in it already, I didn't even feel the need to subscribe to really, unlock its potential. Because basically you could set up very similar to the other one, except minus the whole video game RPG concept. Was you could set up here's different categories like health and fitness, whatever, and you could name them and customize them yourself. You could choose which icon you're going to use for them. Like you'd have like a person reading a book or well weightlifting or whatever, and you go like, oh, it's going to go into this category. And I'm calling it this thing, and I'm going to set this is the goal. And you would say I'm going to do um, a certain thing for a certain amount of time over a certain duration type of thing. Like I'm gonna work out 15 minutes every day, Monday through Friday. That would be your goal, and you'd say, did I do this or not? Or you could even set how much of it did I meet. And so it had so many different variable options that you go in there and tweak, and it did seem a little bit more intuitive than the other apps did. Because that was the main problem I have really the majority of them, was you just get them and you have no clue what you're doing. Like it's like you got to program everything yourself. Um, that one actually made sense the way it was set up. You just looked at it and said like, "Oh, I see what I got to do here," and just did it all yourself instead of um, you know, basically the other ones. It just came with it's set up the way they have it set up, and if that doesn't work for you, then you had to either pay or go in and reprogram all of it yourself, or both, as opposed to um, lost it again here. The Habit Now was more user friendly. It was more you could just figure out this is what I want to do. Start using it for that purpose. So if you have clear if you're good at making clear plans and goals for yourself, saying this is the schedule that I want to get on. These are the habits I want to form, or the habits I want to quit, which is basically what I was trying to use them for. Um, that one was perfect for that. So that's why that was the one I recommended. As far as journaling goes, some of them also have like a journaling element and mood tracker element and stuff like that. The one that actually worked out for me for that separate app was Journey. So that also is a free diary and journal and mood tracker. Journey uh, also has a version that you can pay for. I've never felt the need to pay for the subscription on there because, like I said, similar to the Habit Tracker app, it has so much stuff on the free version already that I didn't really feel like I needed to. And that one I still have on my phone. It's uh, it's synced with Google services if you have an Android, so you can back up your journal entries. Only thing that's annoying is every time you open it, if you're just using the free version, it's like, hey, purchase now the subscription. It's 50% off. It seems like it's always on sale. They're like, oh, hurry now. It's always 50% off. I'm like, oh, okay. No, thank you. No, that's fine. Um, but it has a journal entry on there. It has a calendar where you can set up reminders for yourself about certain events. Um, It has the habit tracker also had that. The habit tracker that I just mentioned had alerts on there where you could say like on this day I need to be doing this thing, and it would send you an alert and say it's coming up. You can do the same thing with journaling on the journey. It also has a mood tracker where when you put in a journal entry, you can select your mood and say like how you're feeling. I was doing that at first when I started. I stopped because it's turned out I was just like miserable all the time, and so I was just kind of like, "Oh, I don't want to see that." Um, so I had a lot better use of it, not knowing what my mood is and just putting in, whatever grocery lists, reminders myself, song lyrics or poems that I'm writing, different stuff like that. So it's really good for that. Um, So that basically that sums up. Those were the two main apps I wanted to talk about that worked out really well for me for as far as doing habit tracking and journaling and mood tracking and setting reminders and doing those kinds of things. Like I said, I tried a lot, just kind of all at once. I just like downloaded them all on my phone, went through each one, and if it didn't really catch my attention or keep it or seem like something that would work for my purposes or use, I just went ahead and uninstalled it. Sometimes that's what you got to do. You got to find, what works for you and try what's out there. There's a bunch of free stuff. It has, you know, widely varying quality as to what you get. Those were the two I recommended just because they're both free and they seemed the best in that category. Um, for being free and for being, having everything they can do. That's the video for today. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna plan on doing some more of these, so I hope you tune in and continue watching if you're interested in this. If it's something that's relevant to you, like you're into self-help and personal development and your health and fitness and all that. I'm gonna do a lot more um, videos on those subjects and what different products and services have worked for me or not. Thank you.